Hi all, right, straight back with some more Red Storm Dark Blue Defection, still on scenario 5 Dark Blue Defection. This is part 25 now, so I just put the two bits together, just sort of putting them together just now. We're still on turn 9, and we've had our impulse, our initiative, it's over at the Warsaw Pact, so yeah, I've came straight back here, so I'm quite keen to find out what's going to happen here. So that's us moved our two cap flights that could have done something. Now, Vegas did succeed in some ways. He got Mechlin disordered, so yeah, he did. That was a success. However, Dodge attempt on Markov, because his aggression's that low. Well, it was a terrible die roll anyway. But okay, let's draw a chat and see. I mean, I suppose there's a chance of a 0 here, and well, what would we do then? I don't know. Right, let's see what they get. Okay, that's a 3. So, or is it the 3 and the 3? No, 3 and the 1. So, just one initiative for them, which is probably quite good. Right, now I said we've got 2 hearts. No, yes, we have 2 hearts and 2 diamonds. We've got Wolf Flight is a heart. Mecklin's a heart. Remember, Mecklin's now disordered. And Markov's a diamond and Klein's a diamond. So I'll just roll odd or even. So we'll say hearts are odd. I'll show this off camera. Do you want to see this one? Well, not sure. Right. I'll roll it anyway. So hearts are odd. Right, so it's even. So it's going to be the diamonds. That means it's not going to be Wolf. I guess I'm just wondering what he's going to do. So it's going to either be Klein or Markov. Now, how do we pick between the two again? That's not the right table. Where are we at part 5? Player aid 5. Real bot flights in the suit move first. Yeah, they're both real bot flights. Based on proximity to human players' flights, are the closest moving first. Right, well, Klein is... Yeah, I feel like... I think I've nudged the... I have, haven't I? I've nudged the plexi. There you go. Just bringing them back down. Because Chevy was shown off there as well. It's not messed in there, is it? I maybe nudged it with the edge of the camera. The camera's sitting on the plexi at the moment. And remember, Markov's right in that hex, and Mecklin's on the edge of it, and that front marker's in there. Right. Right, I think that's fine. So Klein is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from Chevy. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from Mother. No, Markov's clearly the nearest, because he's adjacent to Dodge. And in fact, he's probably... Yeah, well, that's going to be his target, and he's going to attempt standard air, because he can't BVR. Well, he wouldn't be able to BVR anyway. Okay, so he's going to be the one initiative that they're going to have this turn. Markov, his target is going to be Dodge. And Markov's at medium altitude, Dodge is at medium altitude. So, yeah, he's just going to move, he's just going to attempt standard air. So that's his target. And combat or dash roll, whichever is needed to engage, move to enter enemy flight hex at same altitude if able, from rear hemisphere if possible. Well, that medium, would he be able to do anything there? Yeah. Well, he'd have to have the 4 movement, I think, so he could do the turns, but I don't... Well, maybe. If he turns straight away... Well, let's have a look at it. So if he turns straight away, he's got 4 movement, remember, so 30, 60, 2 with a free 30, 60, 3 with a free 30, 60 is pointing, he's in that hex pointing up the way. It's a bit messy in here, right, he's there. That's not in our front arc though, is it? So 4 with a free 30-60. No, he can't. He can't get us. I don't think he can do it. Unless, can he fly through us and turn? I don't think he'll be able to do that, will he? He starts there and goes 1, 2, 3, 30-60, 3, 30-60, 4. No, he can't. Well, can he get in the rear arc though? In the beam, sorry. So 1, if he turns right away, 1, 30-60, and then 2, 3, 30-60. I don't think he can he? It's the same situation. He can't get dodge flight in his front arc. That's the problem. I think. If it goes the other way, is that any better? 30-60. Oops. That's 1, 2, 3, 30-60. 4, 30. Wait a minute. If it goes the other way, because remember, yeah, dodge is pointing down that way a little bit. So if he goes the other way, he starts with a turn, 30-60, so he's facing north. Then, right, there's a problem with that. He's going to be moving through Mecklen's. No, he can move through. That's okay. He's not ending there. So 1 turning, 2 into the hex with Mechlin doing a free 60-degree turn, 3 into that hex doing a free 60-degree turn, and 4 into that hex doing a free 60-degree turn. That's not any good either, is it? He's still not got us in his front arc, because his front arc just cuts the side of the hex. Okay, I don't think it can be done. Mind you, you blundered with us before, Grant. we can still engage him. It's just I don't think we can get in his beam, let alone his rear. 30-60. Let me pause and have a look. Right, no, I'm going to say it's not going to be possible. So all he's going to do, set his speed at, he's going to choose combat or dash. So he's just going to choose combat. And at medium altitude. Oh! My bad, his medium altitude speed is 5 anyway. Well, Grant, does that not maybe allow him to dash at 6 and maybe do something? Right, thought we were resolved there. Right, let me pause and have another wee look. I don't think that's possible. Somebody will need to come and show me. I ended up away round here, but because you're not getting the 60-degree turns. It's probably doable during the day, but not at night. Okay, so I'm going to set his speed. So his speed's actually going to be 5, which doesn't make anything that I was trying earlier valid either, because, yeah, so his combat speed at 5, and then all he's going to do is spend 1 movement point moving into the hex. Right, I'll move that away because I don't really need that. I think we're definitely doing that. Now remember, Mechlin's sort of in that, they are. Right, I'll just leave that on top just now. So he spent 1 movement point. He didn't need to alter his altitude, and he's going to attempt to engage in standard air. Now it says, if engagement unsuccessful, use remaining movement points to move straight ahead. So he's going to just move 4 hexes ahead. Okay. Right, well, let's see how he gets on with the engagement attempt then. So just double checking. They are detected. Well, sorry, his target was detected. Defender win 1 hex. Yeah, we're in the hex beside him. Not in the same hex. Attacker's undepleted weapon. This is Marco, isn't it? Yeah, he's only got his infrared missile. He doesn't have guns, so he's only got one weapon, which is good from our point of view. And he's not disordered or anything like that. No, all good. Okay, so this is where we both roll. So, and we're both detected. So the results required are 14. Yeah, I'm just remembering I only rolled for ourselves, didn't I? When I moved dodge flight, I only rolled to check the engagement for myself. They should have been able to get a roll. However, the bot always chooses not to engage if he's got the choice. So, yeah, fair enough. But I did kind of forget that. I just rolled for myself. It was a terrible die roll, but they wouldn't roll. They would technically roll, but it wouldn't matter if they passed or failed. They would select. It would be their choice, and they would choose not to. Okay, so this time's different because they're the attacker. So I'll roll for them first. They need a 14. Their aggression value is +1. Doesn't apply. Right. So just a +1 on this. And he needs a 14. Here we go. Oh, 10, 11. Not any good. So, yeah, well, +1, that was giving him 12. Yeah. Not quite then. So 14 was what was required. Well, we might as well roll for us. The aggression value is not good though. Yeah, this is the same thing, isn't it? So dodge is a -3 and none of the other modifiers apply. Remember, the target was not in his rear hemisphere. It had to come in from the front. So he's only got he's got a -3 and he needs a 14. So that's probably unlikely. And that's another terrible roll. So 5 - 3 is 2. Nowhere near 14. So, yeah, well, there's no engagement. So, as we just said, the bot is just going to move straight ahead with his remaining movement points. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of random, but that's all it says. So, just double check that again. If engagement unsuccessful, use remaining movement points to move straight ahead. That's all all it gives us. So again, it's keeping it simple. You could see two things there. You could see how it could maybe do something a bit more fancier and a bit more strategic and clever and whatever. But you could also see how do you decide what would need to be written down in that. Well, it would need more than a player aid. It would need a big set of instructions to decide where that was going to move to. So I understand. I just think it might make the game even more. It's good. I think it would make it maybe better, but it's a big task, and I get that as well. Maybe one day somebody will come up with something. Yeah, we've been here, went over that enough, I think. Right, so that's the initiative done, isn't it? So yeah, just the one actually has not got. Well, I can move his. That's his altitude marker there. And yeah, he's close to slam flight. So it's going to be back over to us. I don't know. Don't know what we want to do. We maybe as well moving Mother, because she's still going to be within 2 of Wolf. Although it might make it more. It might make it easier. It might make it harder. I don't think it's any difference. To Wolf turning around to get her, I suppose. Well, he would want to be in a rear arc. So in actual fact, maybe. Because when I move her, I'm obviously going to have to turn her first and move her. Ooh. Well, that's a thought. Now, I never thought about that. Well, it doesn't I don't think it costs me movement points to turn though. Because I'm just thinking, I'm wanting to move into this hex before that SAM fires, but to move into that hex, I need to be facing that way. So I need to actually turn at the start of my movement phase. I never thought about that. They may freely turn any amount prior to and after their movement point expenditure. So that's before they're spending their movement point. Fair enough. It's written there clear. So I can actually turn in that hex. I've got one movement point. I can turn in that hex and then move, and the SAM won't be able to fire at me in that hex. I was just worried there that I was obviously spending the movement point in the hex. I mean, it's going to get grief from plenty of other stuff, but... So yeah, it might be actually better me just moving Mother now, because then she's going to be facing that way. Wolf would really want to get in the rear hemisphere. At the moment, it's easier because she's facing that way. So yeah, maybe as well just getting out of the way and seeing what happens. Right, well, I kind of need to take a little pause just now, but I'm coming back. Just a couple of things I need to do. So I'll just go on pause just now. I'll be back shortly. Right, okay, that's me back. Been on pause for a little bit, not too long. So it's us to draw a chat. Yeah, and I think I probably will. Assuming I get a 1 at least, I think I will just go for Mother and see what happens. Because I suppose we should find out. Because like I've said before a few times, I'm pretty sure it's game over if she gets shot down. So, right, 3 in the large, so it should be at least a 1. Well, it's the 3 and the 3. So, is that going to be all our flights? Not quite. We've got 108, we've got Slam, Mother, and Chevy. Chevy's the Swordard and aborting. Slam is aborting. 108 could still get some involvement. Remember, he can't dash. He's got a crippled aircraft. He's only got 1 aircraft. He possibly could. What is that? Is that medium altitude? Can't dash. So he's got a speed of 4. Nah, he's got to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's not quite. Just thought he could have engaged Markov there that's flew away up there, but right, well, you know what, we've got three initiatives. Yeah, and to be honest, Slam and Chevy they're doing nothing. They're out of the game. Well, if I've got 3, do I want to... Yeah, because again, Slams... Yeah, I don't want to leave him there and Markov get a shot at him, really, while he's aborting. Although, in some ways, maybe you might. I think there's... The fact we've got 2 good ordered flights here, I mean, okay, they could become... Yeah, I'm facing up the spine of that one. I remember that. Yeah. Sometimes when if you get any bit of movement in the plex here, a bit unsure. Right, that's fine. I mean, Vegas and Dodge are both there. They're detected. They're good ordered flights. Well, I say they're detected. They're detected just now. Right. So let's just move Slam, and he's heading for this airfield here. I wonder if we should attempt. It just kind of adds things in that we maybe don't need. But we've never done it before, have we? But trying to land on. Why not do that, Grant? Right, landing. Page 15, 9.14, landing. Takes three game turns to land. Well, this is turn 9. Yeah, 9, 10. 10, 11, 12. Once landing has begun, the procedure cannot be stopped or interrupted unless the flight is attacked in any way, in which case it reverts to normal movement. So I suppose if Markov was to chase him. However, I've just remembered, flights may only land at an airfield rated equal to or greater than the aircraft's runway rating. Well, they are the aardvarks there. What is their runway rating on the card? The wee runway, oh dear, it's a 4. Right, well that's that then, eh? So we've been flying to an airfield that's not any good to us. Because that's a 2, there's nothing there. Oh, that's a 4. Brinker Mark, that's a 4. Well, that's kind of fine, although it looks like, it looks like the runway's that way, so I think I need to come in from that side. To begin landing, the flight must be at deck altitude and at combat throttle. When the game turn landing begins, the flight may select any speed between 1 and their maximum combat speed. The flight must end movement in a hex adjacent to the airfield, with the airfield in its forward arc and pointed in the same direction as one of the runways. So I kind of feel, does that mean we have to come in from the actual hex spine there? Like that? Or can we come in from there? Not sure, the way that's... Flight must end its movement in a hex adjacent to the airfield, with the airfield in its forward arc and pointed in the same direction as one of the runways. Well, the same direction's got to be that way, innit? So, well, actually, I could be sitting in that hex pointing that way then, I think. Couldn't I? Could I? Because that's in our forward arc and we're pointing in the right direction. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? That's a runway we can head for. So let's just do that. So we're at high altitude. So hang on. On the game turn landing begins, the flight may select any speed. To begin landing, the flight must be at deck altitude and at combat throttle. So if we were to do that next turn, we need to be at deck and at combat throttle, and then we need to end our movement adjacent, I think. Yeah, okay. So I want to drop to deck level here. So what have I got? I'm at high altitude. Yeah, his card's up there. I'm at high, so I can dash at a speed of 7, which I think I kind of need to do. Well, do I? Maybe not. Let me work it out. Yeah, I actually think I can do it just by moving at 5, not dashing. Yeah, I'm not going to dash. Right, so I'm going to activate slam first. So 1 free turn, free 30 degree turn, 2 free 30 degree turn, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, and sorry, no, I'll be dropping to medium, low, and then deck. And 3 of the movement points. I think I can do all that, can't I? Right, first one, yeah, I dropped to medium. Second one, I dropped to low. Third one, I dropped to deck. And now I think what I can do is next turn, being at deck, my speed's only going to be 3. I've got to set combat throttle. So 1 free 30 degree turn, 2, 3 free 60 degree turn, and I'm going to be sitting in that hex pointing that way. So I think that'll be okay. Yeah. To be honest, I could have dashed, because you can set your speed between 1 and the maximum combat speed. So I suppose I could have been up here and set my speed then at 1 or 2 or whatever I needed to do that. But I think that's okay. And it's, you know what, it's not a huge big deal, this. It's just, I suppose, just to, we've never done it before, so I might as well set in motion, and maybe if I'm getting anything wrong as well, John can let me know, so that when it does become relevant, I maybe know how to do it properly. Okay. So that's 1 over 3. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do the other one, just in case we might want to move that. So let's just do mother now. Let's just get it over with and see what's going to happen, okay? So, like we've said, she can turn. She's wanting to turn, and she can turn as much as she wants. And this is before she spends a movement point. it's her turn. She's got 1 movement point. It's before a movement point spent. So she's going to turn fully, heading south. She's staying at deck altitude, and she's going to move from there to there. That's all she's going to do, because that's all she can do. That's going to be our movement complete. So again, the small arms bit could kick in, you know, because the movement point and the movement phase is really finished. If we had movement points left over, I suppose we would have to do it in that order. Right, so what's going to happen? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4 things are going to happen. Well, I'm saying technically, I don't know about the small arms. It's meant to happen at the end of the movement phase. Maybe it should be the last thing to go here. I don't know. The order is normally AAA barrages, then radar AAA, and mobile AAA. Sorry, which one's first actually? I want to say one of them comes before the other, and the radar and the mobile. We've only got mobile AAs in this scenario, so I'll double check it. If we ever get the fire cans, we'll check it. And then the last thing that would happen is the SAM. Like I say, I'm not quite sure about that small arms, where that fits in the list, but I don't think it matters. So we've got small arms, we've got a 2K22, we've got an inherent 2K22, and we've got the SA13. Okay, so 4 things that can end this scenario, I feel. Right, so the dice need to be good to us, or it's game over. So let's just do the small arms, okay? So yeah, we're just checking this table first, and hopefully we're just going to roll 3 times on this table and not look at this table. That's a plan. Okay, so a small arms attack at deck, and this is the small arms because we're at deck over the other side of the front. And it happens at the end of the movement phase, but we've talked about that. I'm fine doing it here. It feels like the movement phase is over, but I don't know. Maybe it's technically not, but I'm doing it that way anyway. And I don't think it matters. Unless somebody tells me that it might have made a difference, then let me know and I'll take that into consideration next time. Right, so there's no modifiers. They need a 17 or greater. So here we go. 5. Right, that's a good start. Well, it's a bit wasted, that 5. That was a nice low roll. We only needed a bit 14 or 15 there. That would have been fine. Okay, so that's that. So we've got a 2K22 and then an inherent 2K22. So they're both at deck level, and that's the other thing, isn't it? I can't waste the turn spending a movement point to climb to low. And if I'd done it in there, it means that Sam automatically fires and he's at good range. Whereas now he's at long range, he might not even fire at us. He needs to check, and you know. So I think we've just got to take our chances and be at low, because obviously staying at low, this modifier, this is a 12 rather than a 13 we need. And then we're always going to take the small arms as well, but the fact we've only got 1 movement point a turn, I can't linger. Okay, so let's do the real 2K22 that's in the hex, the one that switched back on recently. So we need a 12, well, they need a 12 or greater, no modifiers. Here we go. Oh, it's a nice roll again, 7. Okay, keep it going. Right, next one, the inherent 2K22. Same die roll, well, same result. They need a 12 for the inherent one. Come on, be nice. That's 2 4s, look at that. Oh, the dice have been good. Well, that's it. We got exactly what I wanted. 3 die rolls on there, not looking at this table at all. So, and you know what? The Sam's going to be at long range. Ooh. So, well, that's an odd or even roll, isn't it? Because right now, the Sam's going to be at range 2. And remember, I know I got this one wrong. John corrected me on this one. Because I kind of was wondering, should I have been rolling on that in that hex? But no, we have moved. We're moving the hex. Now he's looking at us. He's saying we're at long range. So he's maybe not even going to fire. And that would be even better. So where is it? Here's the bit that tells us about, I think it's odd or even, isn't it? Roll 1d10 before long range SAM attack. Odd equals attack, even equals no attack. So here we go. So odd equals attack. So just one dice. Here we go. Even equals no attack. Yes. Even equals no attack. Well, that's perfect, because that SAM's done now. It's out the game, because our next movement point, well, ideally I want it to be into this hex if I've got the time to do it. In fact, yeah, I mean, you do, don't you? Thing is, if I move to there, next movement point, I've got 1, 2, 3 before I'm safe. Whereas if I turn and move here, I've got 1, 2. But if I do it that way, I'm going to get this extra 2k22. Whereas if I do it the long way, though, however, I'm getting inherent 2k22. Yeah, I need to work that out. What's the best way to do that? Well, there you go. Mother is still in the game. How about that? Houdini, my name's getting changed shortly, Hal. Houdini. Yeah, well, we're not quite there yet, but to be honest, that is now the SAM not going to fire at us. And like I say, we're going to have an inherent 2k22. Yeah, I still think it's going to be better going into there, because if I move into there, it means this doesn't fire at us. We're only going to get the inherent 2k22 in the small arms, and then we'll get the same in there, and then once we move in there, we'll not get nothing, and we'll be safe. And that will be turn 10, 11, 12. Job done. How about that? Well, I think we've done the hard work. There's nothing to say. I mean, to be honest, one of our helicopters already got shot down by the first small arms barrage, like Howard pointed out. It was a what was it? AK-47 or something. Like to come down, machine gun or something. Yeah. So that could all happen. You know, that would be a bit grim to have that. But yeah, it can happen. Okay, so that's 2 of our 3 flights. Yeah, and I think it's going to go on. This is going to go on. This is Saturday night now, by the way. I'm not away on my holiday yet, Monday morning. So I was hoping that we might still get it finished, but I've not even packed my case yet. So I need to do that tomorrow, and I'm going to have to get off to bed early tomorrow as well. So the likelihood of that happening, maybe not. But we'll see. I probably will get a little bit time tomorrow. And could I come back for that? It's getting on a bit tonight as well. Well, anyway, if you ditter about, Grant, you're definitely not going to get. Yeah, I just wonder, I'm at 33 minutes there. Maybe I will just cut this as a smallish part, and then I might be encouraged to come back for another. Right, we've got one more flight, so is it going to be 108, or is it going to be just Chevy, just doing a whole lot of nothing? Yeah, I think I'll just move Chevy. I'm not sure what that 108 flight's going to do. So I'll move Chevy. He's at medium altitude. He's disordered and aborted. He's no any issues with he's aborting though. He needs to land. Probably just needs to climb an altitude band and just get out of there. So we'll set. Yeah, we can set dash throttle, I think, for him. Try and get him across the other side of the front. So we set dash at medium. There's going to be a speed of 5. So 1 free 30-degree turn, 2 free 30-degree turn, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I wanted to climb an altitude, didn't I? Yeah, let's just stop there and also have climbed to high. I probably could have done that better, maybe with the climb, but remember, if you're climbing, Grant, you should do it first. If you know you're going to climb, Nah, might not matter there, I'm not sure. It's not a biggie anyway. There's not really any enemies nearby. I mean, okay, Klein is there, but he's just orbiting Mechlin, I suppose, but he's got other things in his mind. Actually, no, Mechlin's not moved yet, has he? No, Mechlin or Wolf. Oh yeah, we've still got the worry. Yeah, I'm forgetting all about the fact that these aircraft could have something to say to Mother as well. It's not just about the AA and the SAMs, but well, why don't we just push on and find out? Yeah, because we could finish this turn, Grant. Yeah, I mean he's only got 2 flights to move, isn't he? No, well 3 technically, I suppose. But that's going to just be round the orbit point. Right, yeah, well I'll keep going because we're only at 35 minutes, and I might as well finish this turn. So that's our 3 initiatives done. That goes back in the cup, and we'll get ready for the Warsaw Pact. Right, let's see what they're going to do. Need a check. They've got 3 flights left, and we've got just 1, haven't we? I think so, yeah. Well, it's a 5 in the front, so I think it's a 2 in it. 2. They've got 3 left, haven't they? Yeah, so it's not quite. Right, so with the 2, they've got 2 hearts and a diamond. So I'll say the hearts are odd. I'm just showing this off camera. It's not a biggie. It's even. So well, I suppose it is. Nah, it's not really because it's even anyway. So it's diamonds. So it is going to be Mechlin. Oh no, sorry, my bad. He's a heart. It's going to be Wolf and Klein. Wolf is within 2 of a target. Klein is within 1, 2, 3, 4. So Wolf is going to move first. So now, who's he going to go for? Because I'm pretty sure this is just a random roll. Because he wants to target real bot flights in the suit move first in order based on proximity to human player flights. And remember, the DBD rules say that it wants to be a good order human player flight. Well, both Mother and what was it again? Vegas. Yeah, Vegas. Both Mother and Vegas are good order. I mean, Dodge is as well, but he's 4 away from Dodge. So it's between these 2. So, and then it says resolve ties by random selection. Okay, well, we need to see this die roll. So, what I'll say, odd, it's Mother. Okay? Odd, it's Mother. And this is, well, I suppose it's really a Warsaw Pact roll, this, isn't it? So I'll use the red dice. Right, so odd, we don't want it odd, clearly. But here we go. Oh, yes! A big 10, which is nice and even. Okay, so he's gonna target. So I survived another die roll. So he's going to target Vegas. Yeah, these big blue cubes don't work very well in this game, do they? Well, I've worked in some of the other games that I've done, but yeah, not as good here. Right, okay, so yeah, well, he doesn't have BVR capabilities, so he's just going to attempt to engage them in standard air. Wolf is at medium altitude, so the altitude's fine. He wants to set combat or dash throttle. He wants to move to enter the hex at the same altitude. Well, he's already at, so fine. From the rear hemisphere if possible, and then attempt engagement. So can he get... I would have thought he maybe could this time. If he just stays... He's at medium, so he's got a speed of 4. Right, let's check this out then. Right, so speed of 4. 1, free 30 degree turn. 2, 3, free 60 degree turn. 4, free 60 degree turn. How does that look? He's in his front arc. Yeah, that's perfect. 1 free 30-degree turn, 2, and then I went 2, 3 free 60-degree turn, and then I went 4 free. Actually, could I not have turned even more than that? I think I've done myself out a turn, but not. So 1 free 30-degree turn, 2, 3 we're facing the spine, and then we do a free 60-degree turn facing that spine, and then 4, and then we do a free 30. I know, I was right. So I'm facing up the spine. Yeah, but he's in my front arc, rear end, and he's in our rear hemisphere, which is what he wants. So he spent all his movement points. He's going to engage in standard air-to-air combat. I can take that away, I feel. I'll leave that on there. And yeah, so standard air-to-air. Hang on here. Yeah, he's got initiative of 2, isn't he? Yeah, I was just wondering, he's got two movements. So he's going to move Wolf, and then after that he's going to move Klein, because Klein's... No. I've done that wrong. Wolf's a heart, Grant. I thought they were both diamonds. I'd done that wrong, didn't I? So it should actually be Klein to move first, and then it'll be randomly between one of these two. Is that right? Yeah, I was thinking Wolf was, because he's not got the suit on the top of. Right, well, hang on just now. If it turns out to be Wolf, that's what's going to happen. Because the thing is, well, I'm not wanting that die roll that we just had wasted, so I'm keeping that. Which I think is only fair, because he's still going to do that roll. Well, he might not actually, because if Mechlin was to engage, oh yeah, that could be bad. If Mechlin was to engage Vegas and standard air, and then scatter, undetect, then Wolf cannot have that die roll, and he will target Mother. So I do need to do this properly then, because we must have rolled. I said hearts were odd, and we rolled a diamond, didn't we? We rolled a even die roll, and then of course I was thinking he was a diamond. I'm starting to doubt myself with that now. No, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it said hearts were odd and we rolled even. I don't want to pause the video and look back on it. Well, what's the big deal on that, Grant? Yeah, I better. Okay, give me a sec. Right, okay, so I had to stop the video there to go and check that. Right, yeah, I make a bit of a mess of that, don't I? I say at first there's two hearts and a diamond, and then a roll, and I get a 2. I say hearts are odd, I get a 2, and then at first I think Mechlin, and then I get confused and think that Wolf is a diamond, and he's not. So I'm going to leave Wolf there just now. We're going to have to die roll between Wolf. Actually, no. I'm not sure. Right, I'm going to have to put Wolf back. Right, I want to say he was there, is that right? 1 free 30-degree turn, 2, 3 free 60-degree turn, 4 free 6. Yes, he was there. Right, let's reset that, okay? So now, Klein is going to move first. He's at high altitude. He's disordered. He's want to just stay around Fritzler. He's got a speed of 4, but we can turn it into a 3. And he's just going to do, he's going to do a turn to start with. So, 60-degree turn. And then that's his second movement point with a free 60-degree turn. And then that's his third movement point. He's just going to stop there. He's not going to turn. That means he doesn't end with a max turn marker. And he's still around Fritzler. He's happy enough there. Yeah, there's nothing in the rules to tell me to do anything different. So just to keep him. Yeah, I think if we look at it, it's like stay at combat throttle and stay around the. I don't need to look at it. Right, so now we've got one more initiative, and it's between two flights that are hearts. Right, so we don't need to roll the die. Well, we don't need to roll the die because they're both hearts. So we would be between the two. We're still going to have to decide. Right, yeah, it's based on who's closest. It's who's closest, isn't it? Oh, where am I? All over the place. Real bot flights in the suit move first. Order based on proximity. Human players' flights with the closest moving first. And again, good order human flights. This is a good order human flights. Wolf is within 2 of that. That's a good order human flight. Wolf is in 2 of that. Dodge is within 2 of that good order human flight as well. So we've got to roll randomly between Wolf and Dodge. Oh, what are you talking about, Grant? It's not Dodge, it's Mechlin. Sorry. Mechlin's adjacent. Yeah, so Mechlin is going to... Oh, can I not keep that die roll, though? Well, Mechlin's going to engage Dodge. So I think it's still fair that I'm allowed to keep the die roll when the time comes. Is there a lot of people shouting at their screens right now saying, no, you can't do that. That's not fair. I kind of think it's okay. I mean, I've made a little boo-boo by trying to activate Wolf before I should have done. If nothing, I don't. If nothing's changed, if for some reason Mechlin had went for Vegas, then that could have changed things. But Mechlin's clearly going to be targeting Dodge, so I don't think none of this is going to change. So when it comes to Wolf, I'm going to take that die roll that we had, that 10, and my decision was that Mother was odd and Dodge was even. I'm sure you're okay with that. I feel like you're okay with that. I still, part of me I don't like doing things like that, but I think it's okay. It was a really important die roll, so I don't want to have to roll it again and then fail. I think you understand. Hopefully. Right, so Mechlin on Dodge. He's going to engage in standard air. Mechlin is stop. Mechlin's a mess. He's disordered. He's got BVR avoid. He cannot be going, what is happening here? Does that mean maybe they still picked Mechlin then? I think we do, because, all the decisions just say the real bot flights in the suit move first. Remember, we've got 2 heart flights. We've only got 1 initiative, and we've got Mechlin and Wolf. And we've got to pick based on proximity to human players' flights with the closest moving first. So that is Mechlin still, even though the fact he's disordered. So it is going to be him that moves first. Yeah, I think we've been here before. So he's got a BVR avoid marker first. So he's going to set combat throttle and spend 1 movement point to remove the BVR avoid marker. So he's going to do that first. Mechlin, right? So what is he at? He's at mid jump. He's got a speed of 4. So he's going to spend his first movement point, taking him down to 3 to remove the BVR avoid marker, right? Which will take off. Now we need to look at disordered. Zoom out a little bit. If not adjacent to orbit rally point, well, he is not. He's not that far away from it. He can't dash throttle because he's already set combat. Climb on altitude band and move as close as possible to the nearest orbit rally point. Right. So he's got 3 movement left. He's at mid jump. It does insist that he climbs one altitude band, so we're going to do that. However, he's going to be able to turn with that. So we're going to spend 1 movement point to climb up the high. I'm just altering that on his card. Oh dear. That wasn't clever, Grant. That flip, that was at high. That's climbs, yeah. We're okay. So that's him climb to high, but with that, remember he's wanting to reach Fritzler here. With that, I'm going to free turn him. Remember, he started with a speed of 4. Free turn him 60 degrees. So 30, 60. He's facing the spine. He's still got 2 movement points left. Yeah, I think that's the best sort of option, isn't it? Fritzler the closest. Yeah, it clearly is, isn't it? Cassell even is like... Right, so 2 movement points left. He's going to move 1 free 60 degree turn, 2 free 60 degree turn. I'm going to move that up there to make sure that that's all his movement points left. Now he couldn't get adjacent. He was just 1 short, mind you. Well, you know what? He's like I've said, he can't roll for disorder recovery this turn anyway. Right, I'll bring these out. So he's disordered. He did climb to high altitude there. In actual fact, you know what? If he hadn't climbed to high... Well, mind you, he took a 360 degree turn, so yeah, he probably still wouldn't been able to reach. But it doesn't really matter, because he can't roll on it this turn anyway. So he'll be able to reach Fritzlar Airfield next turn, and assuming he doesn't get attacked or anything like that, he'll be able to roll for disorder recovery. Okay, so yeah, that's their 2 initiatives done. So we've got 1 flight left, the 108 flight, and they've got Wolf flight left, and I'm keeping that die roll, I'm afraid. Whether you think that's bad and you're booing at your screen right now, I don't want to take chances like that. Right, so back to us, we're drawing a chit, and as long as it's a 1, which it should be, it is just a 1. That's back in the cup. We're going to move our last flight, and then, so, I mean, as long as I don't put 108 flight into Wolf's range, then, you know, then I've not interfered with anything here, and we can still take that die roll and say that he's going after Vegas. And I'll just have to hope that you're good with that. So what are we doing with the 108 flight then? Are we turning him? Are we getting him involved? I think maybe. Now, I did say I don't think he can reach here, can he? I think I counted that already. Because remember, he can't dash because he's got a crippled aircraft. He's got a speed of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think he's 1 hex short of getting... I don't think he wants to really... No BVR capabilities either, so... I think maybe just trying to turn him round a little, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's silly to get him involved. So I'm going to start with a turn. He's got 4 movement points, remember. I wonder if we should... No, actually, hang on. I'm going to climb him to high and turn him. Remember, he started with 4, so he's got the free 60 degree turn. So I climbed him to high and turned him 60 degrees free. And then 2 free 60 degree turn. So he's got 2 movement points left. He's at high. And then I think Mecklen's in there. He's disorder now as well. I suppose I might just come across and see, maybe consider 1 free 30 degree turn and 2. I think I'm just going to finish there. That high. That was not finishing on a turn. And yeah. That's fine. Okay, so we don't need to draw a chit for Wolf. And I'm going to take the die roll that I had, because he's either going to go for Mother or Vegas. We've been here before. I a row of 10, it becomes Vegas. I say mother's odd, a row of 10. So he goes for Vegas. And he just, he's just going to move exactly as I said. So, oops, he's not detected. So I think it was, he's at medium, and he's at medium. Yeah, that's fine. So it was 1 free 30-degree turn, 2 3, and then free 60-degree turn, 60, and then 4 free 60-degree turn to finish. He's facing up the spine, so he's got Vegas in his front arc, and he's in the rear hemisphere of Vegas. And he's still at medium altitude. Vegas is at medium altitude. Let's move this around a little bit. The altitude marker for Wolf is actually on it's on the MiG-21 card. I know there's more than one MiG-21, but we know which one that is. So okay, so Wolf going for Vegas eventually. Right, let's see what happens. So the engagement rules, requirements, etc. are good. Defender detected, not started with friendly flight. Defender on 1 hex and same altitude, which he is. He wasn't able to enter hex. He spent all his movement points. Not in hex, attack as defender forward arc. Yes, indeed. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing there. Yeah, that's fine. And he's got an undepleted weapon. Yeah, he's got infrared missiles and his gun. And he's not disordered, aborted, or did Sam avoid? Right, okay. So this is both of us. So again, tricky roll to start with. However, his aggression 0. That's good then. Right, so he needs, well, actually, hold on. He needs a 14, but he's undetected. So when it comes to us, we need a 16. And you remember, Vegas isn't as bad. His aggression is +1. Right, well, it's going to be it's all up to Wolf anyway. So we're kind of hoping he just doesn't engage Yarn, I think, and then we just get on with it. So he needs a 14. His aggression value is 0. Target doesn't apply, though that will apply to us. Doesn't apply. So he's no modifiers and he needs a 14. Okay, another nice roll required. Here we go. Well, that looks good. If that's a 3, this cannot be an 11. Ooh, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's only too short, but he had no modifiers. So we're good. Well, we might as well roll to see. I suppose we might consider it. Our aggression definitely is Vegas, isn't it? Yeah, Vegas. So our Vegas aggression value is +1. Doesn't apply. This does apply, so it takes the modifier away. But remember, we need a 16 because he's undetected. So no modifiers, and we need a 16. Oh, 17. Ooh. Well, I'm kind of thinking we should take this, but I don't know. Because remember, we're going to become undetected. We've still got to worry about Mother getting grief from the aircraft that are left. So just looking back at the situation, Klein's still disordered. Okay, he's going to get a roll at the end of the turn though, so we've got that to consider. You never know. And he's got a -1 to his +8, so he's got a +7 to his roll to get a 20. So that's not a bad chance. Mechlin's out of it now. And in fact, I'm kind of hopeful that he's not going to be involved again. Markov's kind of went away up there, so he's not a great concern. However, Wolf would still be in the mix. But we've got Dodge here, who's detected and good order. Just mean if we take the combat on, there's a chance we get a morale result for Wolf. Because remember, in standard air, that morale roll is pretty rough. Now he's in behind us. Yeah, so the results are attacker no. The engagement results, that is attacker no, defender yes. So it's defender's choice, and there's no surprise or disadvantage. And if we were, this is the one that, well, you know what? We're both at the same altitude anyway. I want to say that this is the one that we would maybe. No, I think he would come down to our altitude, wouldn't he? Still, yeah, it's the other one. It's the other result, I think. Oh, I can't remember. No, I think it is this result. Is it? No. No, I don't think it is. No, you know what it is? If he had come in at higher altitude here, and we were considering taking this engagement result on, and we were at medium altitude, we would be considered zoom inclined. That's it. That's the one. So we've not got that, because that would have been worse for us too. We get an extra minus. No, we get a -2 to that, don't we? Right, but we do have him at our rear hemisphere, so that is going to be well, what about the... Maybe we should look at the manoeuvre differential. Ooh, did he climb this turn? No. No, none of the manoeuvre rating modifiers are going to apply. Sorry, I'm just looking down there. Just to consider if we want to do this. None of these are going to apply to either of us, are they? No, we were both at medium altitude. Now, hang on. What about aircraft? He's got 4, but remember, he's going to get Soviet doctrine, so he's going to be rolling on the 2, and we are going to be rolling on the 4. We've got better weapons as well. The manoeuvre ratings, he is a +6. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we are a +6. So there's no change there. Aggression wise, he's a 0 and we're +1. Yeah, it's all kind of... I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this on. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so it's going to be... We're saying the combat's going to go ahead. So the attacker goes first. And remember, he's got Soviet doctrine, so his 4 aircraft are going to be reduced to just 2. That's right, yeah. Wolf flight, yeah. And we're rolling on this side, remember. So modifiers, like I say, there's none of these. This is a 6 and a 6, so this is nothing. The aggression value, however, we are, and he's on 0 and we are a +1, so he gets a -1 at this, whereas we've got a +1. This is where he will benefit, because he's... Oh, actually, I need to move him into the hex, don't I? Right, this is another one where he's facing at the angle, but John and Hal pointed out at first, I think we should have been keeping our same, and yeah, I thought he was right, and then John confirmed as well that yeah, he believes the same. So we're moving into the hex, so it's kind of in there, but we're like that. We're still moving, we're still facing that way, and sorry, we're still facing that way, and Vegas underneath is facing up the other spine, right? You know what, I'm just going to leave that cube at the side at the minute, hopefully we'll know what's what. Yeah, because they're going to scatter, aren't they? And whatever. Okay, so yeah, so he came in from the rear hemisphere, so he's getting the geometry, he's getting the +1 here. So moving back to there, he was on a -1 there, that's a +1, so he's back to 0. Doesn't apply, doesn't apply, doesn't apply, doesn't apply. -3 for combat at night. So he's got a -3 on the 2 column. And maybe this isn't quite as important roll, it's probably the morale roll that's the big one here. But anyway, a -3 on the 2 column. 13, that's not too bad. 13, but the -3 is going to take him down to 10. So 10 on the 2 column, maybe 1. Oh, it's not. Look, it's a 0. So no shot opportunities for him. So no shot opportunity, so we don't need to check anything else. Just need to move to morale for him. But for us, right, that was a 0. That was going to be a +1. However, we're getting a -1 there, so that's down to 0. Doesn't apply. -3. So it's the same. Same for us, it's a -3 as well. However, we're on the 4 column. So you can see a 10 would give us a shot opportunity. So let's make it more than a 10 though. Right, with a -3. That's good. 15 -3 is 12. I'll take that. 12 might be 2. It is 2. 12 on the 4 column is just 2 shot opportunities. So, okay. Now, his weapon... Well, he's got a choice. Well, the guns are a +2 with a 4 depletion, and the infrared missiles are +2 with a 3 depletion. I think we clearly go for the infrared missiles. That wasn't having any effect anywhere, was it? Infrared missiles? No. I think that's only in BVR actually. Right, so our first shot opportunity, we get a +2 for the weapon, and we do have guns as well, so we're getting a +3 here. So our first shot opportunity with a +3 is going to be 13. That's just missing, isn't it? So 10 +3 is 13, no effect. Okay, we're going to take the other one on then. Come on. 11. It just throws me completely, that a 0 and a 1. So it's 11 +3, 14. 1 aircraft damaged. Okay, we'll take that. To be honest, it's an extra victory point, isn't it? Is it 1, 2? No, it's 1, yeah. So 1 aircraft damaged, and remember we took both shots there. So it would be damage allocation, but we need to check for depletion first. So, like I say, the infrared missiles has a depletion level of 3, a depletion number of 3. We fired both shots, so we got a -1 to this. 8 -1 is a 7. We're good. So all good there. So checking damage allocation to see what aircraft's damaged. He has 4 aircraft, so we're rolling on the 4 column. We rolled a 7, which is aircraft number 3. It's C3, but he's not got any cripple. He's got no damaged aircraft at all. So that's a purple result, and a purple pen on aircraft 3 for Wolf. So mark that on. So that's good. And that gives him a minus modifier to his morale roll as well, doesn't it? So that's it, damage allocation. So now we do morale and then scatter and stuff. Oh, scatter. I forgot we're at medium altitude, aren't we? Scatter to low. I think we're okay. I'm just having a look there. Okay. So what are we doing? Morale. Right, well we'll do him first because he was the attacker. So it's air combat this time, so the numbers aren't so clever. His aggression value is 0. Doesn't apply. He did have a friendly aircraft damage, so he's getting a -1. That doesn't apply. So he's on a -1 here. And we want this result low. Sorry about the glare, but I don't know if I move along a little bit maybe. Right, with a -1. 11. We preferred something a bit less than that. I think that'll be something though. So 11 -1 is only 10. Does he? No. Look. 9 to 14 is a -1 to his aggression and he's disordered. Woohoo! So a -1 to his aggression takes him down to -1. Now we're going to struggle to get out of that result as well, to be honest. But he's disordered. That's a biggie. So he's going to have a manoeuvre marker and a disordered marker. I'm just bringing them out this now. We'll get to that yet, though. He's still got to scatter. Right, so for us, can we maybe get away with it? So again, on rolling on this, our aggression is +1. Doesn't apply, doesn't apply. We got a +1 for that because we damaged one. So we're on a +2. +2, so a nice high roll here. No dear. 10, that's the same result as him, isn't it? So 8 + 2 is 10. 9 to 14, -1 our aggression, and we're disordered as well. Yeah. Ah well. Well, at least we got him, so Vegas flight is now a 0 aggression level, and he's going to be disordered as well with a manoeuvre marker. I don't think that's a terrible result. I mean, we got the victory point as well, and he's, you know, he never got any shots on us, so there's that as well. Right, so scatter next. For him first, he's facing up the spine, so he's on this one. I think we're on this one as well. So again, if he rolls odd, he'll descend an altitude band. This is one die roll. So here we go. 8, so he's not going to descend, and he's going up to the right. So let's have a look there. Right, we're in there. So up to the right, he's facing up that spine, so he's going into hex 4117, facing that way. Now he becomes undetected as well, but he was undetected. Alright, we'll get to the markers in a minute. And then Vegas, who's facing up that spine as well, so it's the same roll. I'd rather he didn't descend, so I'd rather this was an even die roll as well. That's not. We've failed with A1s. Mind you, come on, Grant. Look at all the other die rolls you've been getting. Come on. Right, so a 9 is to the right. So Vegas flight is going to go into hex 4218. So he's going to turn. I'm just going to flip him to undetected state. 4218. Now he's also then going to drop to low altitude. That was his marker actually. So he's going to drop to low. Wolf, I'll bring his marker out actually. He's a bit spaced there. He's at medium still. They both become undetected. Now, oh yeah, isn't it? It's just been a while. The inherent AA is going to get him in it at low. Inherent AA. Yeah, any flights at lower deck on the enemy side of the front. Yeah, it's within the zone of 5 hexes, but he's in that. Whoa, actually, we'll stop, Grant. Is he? Where are we? Here. He's not even across the front. He's on the good side of the front. Yeah, he is. There's the front marker there. So it comes down. I mean, you could say, oh, that hex is safe, so sure where that one is. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Right, I'm going to put that back on him because he had moved. Wolf's not quite finished yet. Well, we'll go markers. Well, there's no bailout rolls. We're going to mark a fuel point off. However, they are going to become. Both of them are going to get a manoeuvre marker and a disordered state. And I'm going to struggle to squeeze that in onto the card. You know what? I'm going to put that on the F4 then, and I'll just grab his altitude marker as well, just to keep it all on him. So that's what's his name? Vegas. Like I say, though he has become undetected. Now Wolf's moved up there. Well, to be honest, Wolf's moved slightly further away. But remember, it doesn't matter. Oh, well, hang on, though. He's disordered, Grant. He's disordered. He's not going to go on looking for mother now. In fact, who's the only flight that can look for mother now? It's just the MiG-25 at the moment, and he's away over there. And he's going to, well, maybe not. Well, it depends. Dodge, he could go for Dodge, maybe. Well, he's not going to consider him because he's disordered now as well. Okay, right, and then we mark a fuel point off on both flights. So Wolf gets marked, he's got 2 left. And Vegas gets marked, he's got 2 left as well. And that's that. Isn't it? I think so. Yeah, and then Wolf gets marked finished as well. Well, that was a really good turn for us, I think. Yeah, I think it was a really good turn. I think it's starting to look, well, it's looking like there's a possibility, because now at the moment the only aircraft that can do anything in Mother is away across here. Right, I'm going to take the blue cubes off because that's all the flights moved, and they blue cubes actually kind of annoy me in this game. They're just too much, they're covering too much up. Yeah, so the only flight is Markov, because everybody else, Wolf, Mecklin and Klein are all disordered. And Markov's away across here. At the moment, his target, well, to be honest, his target's 1 away. Because remember, he got his disorder removed as well. So we don't mind him faffing about there. And I very much doubt that Wolf's going to get back in the game now. I mean, I don't even think Mecklin's got a possibility. But so Mother's only fear is the small arms, and then her AA, or unless we do feel like it's, I think it's too, I think we take the extra turn, but I don't know, maybe not, because if we move in there, we're taking 2 2K22s in a small arms, and then we move in there, job's done. If we move here, we take 1 2K22 in a small arms, then we move in there, we take 1 2K22 in a small arms, so that's 2 2K22s in 2 small arms. So that way is giving us an extra small arms. It's just that you're taking the 2 2K22s one after the other, and that hex, well, surely that still makes sense to do it that way, Grant, does it not? I don't know. Well, we'll think about that. Sounds like it makes more sense to do it that way, but it just feels like you're taking 3 rolls at once. I could take 2 and then 2. Well, that's 4 rolls over 3 rolls though. Right. Anyway, okay. So that's turn. Well, it's not the turnover, Grant. It's just all the movement done. So where are we now? There's a couple of things to check. Movement phase, fuel phase, flights that use dash throttle. So we have Dodge. Dodge used dash throttle. He's still got 3 left. And who else is it? Chevy. Chevy used dash. There's nothing on any cards. Chevy used dash. So he's got 3 left. He's plenty. And then, yeah, that's that. So, SAM location, no. Track phase. Right, well, this is, yeah. Well, I don't think it's as much to worry about now. I don't. Let's just roll anyway in the track phase first. So, on the C, for our guys, on the C column, I've rolled 16. That's a big roll. So, actually, that is something. That's a diamond. Not curly brackets. Well, there you go. So Dodge flight is becoming undetected. How about that? Well, I've already said that 108 flight's a diamond as well. And he was when what did he split from? Yeah, he split from Dodge, so he should be a diamond. Yeah, he is. I mean, I kept them the same. I assumed they had to be the same symbol. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's how I kind of looked at it, that they were just exactly the same, apart from the fact that there were one flight had a crippled aircraft and an undamaged aircraft, another flight had 2 undamaged aircraft. That's the way I could do that. So that's troubling, because that now means that at the moment Markov's target is Mother, I think. Not that I think he'll be able to reach her, but anyway. Right, so that was 2 diamonds. That was an interesting one. Right, let's roll for them then on the D column. Rolled a 10 on the D. It's hearts, but in curly brackets. So Markov, he's at high altitude. Yeah, he's the only one. He's the only heart, but he's at high altitude anyway. So he wouldn't become undetected. Right. Right, next is SAM acquisition. Does it apply? Right, admin phase. Flights roll for disorder recovery. Well, Klein can have a roll again. Now, our flights all recovered that last time, so we've not got any issues. But Klein can have a roll. Remember, his aggression value is -1, but he's getting a +8, so it's a +7. Yeah, we don't want this one. So +7 and needs a 20. Because that could put a spanner in the works. Big style, actually. Here we go. What a +7. Ooh, 11. +7, 18. That was close. That's right, it's a +8, and you add his aggression value, which was -1, so it's a +7, on to 11 is 18. Yeah, he needs 20. Right, okay, good. None of that then. Cherry, he can have a roll, can't he? He's aborted and disordered. He's not getting... yeah, he does get a +1, okay. We need a 19 or 20 for him here. Well, doesn't really matter because he's aborting anyway. Right, not any good. Okay. So that's that. That's only 2. Mecklen's disorder, but he's not near... he became disordered this turn as well. Just as well as Wolf did, and one of the other guys, who was at Dodge. Is it Dodge? Vegas? Yeah, it's Vegas. Yeah, I've not got his markers round him, but it's on the card. But he can't roll either. Not that he... Well, he's a +0. Could roll a 20. Right, anyway. So none of that split flights, roll and remove shutdown markers. Well, we don't need... Oh, actually, we need to tick this down. I think I'm up to date with that. Just wondering if I missed one, but I don't think so. I think we realise that now we're fine with that. That's... yeah, because we're going to move into this, either this hex or this hex. We will decide that next turn, and then that's still got 2 turns to tick down anyway. Remove SAM launch markers. It didn't launch this time. Check for long range and failed. Remove radar AAA fire markers. Well, actually, that one should have had a radar AAA fire marker. My bad. Right, so let's assume it was on there and we've just taken it off now. Zoom climb markers, there's none of them. Anti-radar, yeah, that's us. Okay, good stuff. Right, well, we'll wrap it up there and we'll just move the dice on to turn number 10. So 10, 11, 12, 3 turns to go. Looking pretty good. That was a bit of a worry, that roll there, actually. Klein, because Klein, if he had recovered, then he's looking at Mother as well. But yeah, it's possible now. I'm sure you're thinking we've got a good chance now. It could go horribly wrong if we roll terribly. But yeah. Right, I'll get away for now. So Sunday tomorrow, my last chance to get this maybe finished, but I really shouldn't be doing an awful lot, but you never know. If I was able to get moving with it quickly, because a lot of the flights can't do an awful lot, but then again, you still need to work out where they're going to go and whatever, Grant. It's just most of them are disordered. So it might be something that I could possibly put into a part to try and fit in. Yeah, right, Grant. We'll see. Okay, I might get back for a bit tomorrow, but if not, you'll need to wait a week or so, because I'm away for 5 nights. Yeah. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I'm probably going to be quite keen to come back, but it depends if I get my suitcase packed and get organised. Then maybe I can sort of say, right, I've done everything. But I can more see me panicking. Well, not panicking, but just leaving everything to the last minute and not having time to do anything here. But you never know. We'll see. If not, I'll be back to finish this to find out what's going to happen. Is Mother going to make it? She's got a chance. Okay. Cheers, guys.